Ritviks every day chanting Sri Rudram will make one more Atirudra Parayana. Now you see how the Divine Master, we only look back and see, oh my God, look what God is doing. Oh my God, look what is God. But everything is the master plan. So have no question, have no doubt that being a Ritvik is not our choice, it is Amma's choice. Being a Ritvik is not our inclination, it is the divine blessing and the intent that we have been chosen as the Ritviks. And I know it's a very tough decision to make for many, many families with work, with financial resources, with families, with so many different things that it is very difficult for us to put that step forward. But let me tell you, whoever has taken that step forward, you are incredibly blessed, because Swami says, you take one step towards me, I will take 100. The point of that statement is, who has to take the first step? You take one step, I will take the 100 towards you. So God is so incredible, He is saying, I am not going to push you to take that one step. You have to take that one step, and then I will fill the rest of the path. And thank you for taking that first step, and be blessed that Amma has taken all the rest of the 100 steps for us. Now, what I want to briefly go over is, if you go to the website now. And what I want to briefly give you an overview of is, you are wondering how many people have registered and who are all coming from my area and all those different aspects. Let me, one second, give me 1 second, I'll share my file here. There is a Amma Ritvik file. Everybody, and the other thing is, for those of you who are in front of the computer, you have the opportunity to type your questions or comments in the chat box, and then it will automatically come to all of us. So the number of Ritviks that we have today, then are over 121. This is the composition of the 121. Roughly about 30% are ladies and 70% gents. That's the composition. And then we also have, devotees coming from all over the world, including India. And special thanks to all our devotees coming from the Eastern Europe. And we have about 15 Ritviks from Eastern Europe, and roughly about 35-40 people coming from Eastern Europe. Those are countries of Croatia, Slovenia, Bosnia, all those different countries. They are coming. Good on it. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. So that's the composition of the people, and mostly people in the middle-aged group, and we have, including the Ritviks and their registered spouses and extended families, that number comes to 200 people. So, and then we have a lot of people also in the backup list. So for whatever reason, if emergency, whatever you need to drop off, you have to let us know, because there are people in the waiting list that are ready to get onto the spot, and some of them really disappointed that they cannot be Ritviks. But we had to do our best to maximize the inclusion of all the different people. So we chose one Ritvik slot per family, and then we are also including, making sure that the ladies, gents, and different age groups, all the demographics are reasonably balanced across these Ritviks. So with that, I think, what else I want to share? I think you all got the FAQs, website FAQs. What I want to say is about the sadhana, the 121-day sadhana. From January 1st we will start sadhana. The prayer format is exactly what we chanted today. And you can see it takes, without the 108 Gayatri, it takes roughly about 45 to 50 minutes. And if you include 108 Gayatri, add another 45 minutes, So we are talking about 1.5 hours to less than 2 hours. Less than 2 hours in 24 hours is only less than 10% of our time per day. I think we can dedicate 10% of our time for sadhana. Can't we? Yes. And now, if we have to spend the 10% of the time, I know many of you are wondering, oh, I don't know Sampudita Sri Suktam. Go to the website, Nara, and then we'll show the learning links. If you look at the website, which Raghuram is showing on the screen now, he's showing the FAQs. But if you go to the learning links, there you have the opportunity. If you scroll down, then you will see we have uploaded Samputita Sri Suktam full chant like we did today. Samputita Sri Suktam audio is there. So you can download that audio and see, until you get familiarized with it, you can just play it on your MP3 player or in your car, and so that you don't need, and then you also have the PDF there for Samputita Sri Suktam. Also you see down there, we have put the Rudra Homam Ahutis, which is when we do the Rudra Homam, the Ritviks are going to do it with Swahakaras. So the Rudram chanting for Swahakaras is slightly different, and you will see there the Rudra Homam with Swahakaras. We also have there Shivagni Homa Vidhi. This particular procedure Ritviks don't need to learn, but it would be good for you to familiarize with what this procedure is. So when you are sitting, so the procedure, the way it works is, there are 11 Homakundas, and at each 11 Homakunda, there is a priest and there are 11 of us, the Ritviks. And so the priest will follow the Shivagni Agni Vidhi. So he will be doing, the priest will be doing most of the procedure. And when it comes to chanting the Rudram with Swahakaras, that's when all the 121 needs to join, plus the 11 of them. 132 people will be doing the Swahakara mantras, Ahutis. There are 169 Ahutis in the Sri Rudram. All of that is explained in that audio file, and you can download, listen to it, familiarize yourself with how the Swahakaras are said. It is saying the same Sri Rudram only, but you need to know when you have to say Swaha, and there are some attention to detail there. And the other thing is the Shivagni Homa Vidhi also. We are going to have it videotaped with Dikshit Mama doing the Shivagni Homa Vidhi, and we will work on that. We will upload that video link so you can watch yourself and see how the Homam is done. On the top of it, every month we will be doing Rudra Homam here in Bay Area, and one of the Rudra Homams will be in the presence of Amma herself, and that would be the day after Shivratri, the Sunday after Shivratri. Amma is going to be doing Homam in Bay Area. For that, we will have 121 people I would like to have, and we will be doing Maharudra Homam on 2 days after Shivratri in the presence of Amma. And Amma has also specially blessed to be with Bay Area devotees, because a lot of Ritviks are coming from Bay Area. So she is going to spend time with the Ritviks, and we are going to arrange that with Amma also. If you have any questions or anything like that, seek her blessings. And so that is about the sadhana, right? I covered most of the things about sadhana. The other thing about sadhana is people are asking Mahanyasam. How do we learn Mahanyasam? Mahanyasam, we are just beginning to record the audio recording, and the files will be posted on the website under learning links. Mahanyasam, Ritviks don't need to know Mahanyasam, but it would be good to know Mahanyasam, because Mahanyasam helps us, first of all, instill and invoke and recognize the divinity in different parts of our own body, and then by doing that, the purity of the body and the heart is furthermore enhanced. But if we are doing all this sadhana, focus on the sadhana, don't worry about learning all this stuff. God's grace, it will come to all of us when He decides. So, but most important thing is, some people are asking, my Guru has given my own mantra, can I do that instead of Gayatri? Yes, we are not trying to be prescriptive here. It is not like saying you have to do this. This is not any prescription. This is not any imposition. But what is the intent of us doing this sadhana? Can you imagine? Probably this is the first time I can think of, any time in human history, regular devotees like you and I, who are not at all learned in scriptures, and people who belong to different castes, different gender, different colors, different castes. Now you can imagine, when was it possible for any of us to be Ritviks in the presence of Her Holiness herself, in the presence of divinity herself? How much is the grace of God and compassion of God? Amma said devotees with pure love should be the Ritviks. That's her criteria, nothing else. So when such an opportunity is bestowed upon us, for us to receive this divine grace, we have to have purity of body, purity of mind, and purity of heart. Otherwise, if the needle has even a little bit of rust on it, it won't be attracted to the magnet. The sadhana point of 108 Gayatri, na Gayatriya Paramo Mantraha. Other than Gayatri, there is no other supreme mantra. And chanting 108 Gayatri every day, if you don't have a mantra from your own guru, etc., you can do whatever you want, but do some mantra, japa. Okay? But those of us like me, who don't have a blessing from a guru with any specific mantra, I'm going to do Gayatri, because Gayatri, Sada, Sarvatra, we can chant Gayatri. No, because for the other mantras, Guru will give us definite protocol you have to follow. But for this, no protocol. You can chant 108 Gayatri according to your convenience. Maybe morning, you do the prayers, 45 minutes. And in the evening, when you come back from work, and you have time, you can do the Gayatri Mala. You don't need to do Gayatri and the prayers at the same time. Again, the intent of it is, connect to the intent of it, not trying to be thinking of, oh, people are asking, can I use Facebook? Can I use Twitter? Can I use this? Can I use that? The point is, trying to detach ourselves from different aspects of mundane worldly things and not get indulged in it, and have the focus turned towards God for 121 days. That's the intent of sadhana. Okay? Next part of it, maybe I will pause there. Questions on sadhana, yes.
Do both Ritviks and regular chanters have to follow 121 days of sadhana? We know it's requirement for Ritviks, but is it a requirement to just chant on 11 days?
Yeah, it's a very good question. The question is the sadhana intended for both Ritviks and chanters, or is it only for Ritviks? Okay. The straightforward answer is Ritviks, it is mandatory. There is no, all the Ritviks are required and requested, urged, pleaded, begged to follow the sadhana. Okay? Chanters, it's really up to you. If you are a chanter and you are coming for all the 11 days, it would be fantastic if you can do sadhana and let us know. Because if one of the Ritviks drop off, we will take one of the chanters that is coming all the 11 days and plug them in the back as a backup. Okay? So that is the intent of, so chanters, so I will say one more time clearly. Ritviks, yes, every Ritvik should do the sadhana, or encouraged to do sadhana. Number two, if you are a chanter coming for all 11 days,
spouses and registered spouses, yeah, Ritviks and registered spouses, very important. That because if the spouse is actually doing the sadhana, it's more motivation for the Ritvik. That's where all the directions come anyway. So make sure that if the spouse is doing the sadhana, then the Ritvik will automatically do it. At least for me, that's the way it works. If you are a registered spouse, what is going to happen is Amma will give the Diksha Vastrams to the family together, to the couple together. So to receive full grace of the whole family, if the spouse is coming for all 11 days and the spouse is able to chant the Rudram, please make sure that your spouse is also doing the sadhana. Okay? And then if the spouse is not registered and if the spouse is coming for 11 days, we also encourage them to do sadhana. Because sadhana is not some, we're not asking you to do any bad thing, no? You're not paying any money or anything like that. So sadhana is only for, for keeping our own body, mind and intellect pure. So if we are coming to a Maha Yajnam, be prepared to receive the grace. Now you can say, I'm only coming for 2 days, should I be doing sadhana? It's really up to you. You want to come 2 days and receive full grace, do sadhana. You want to come there and not receive full grace, don't do sadhana. It's up to you. How much grace you want to receive, just do based on that. But it is nothing like saying, again, I don't want to come across as prescriptive. Ritviks, registered spouses, chanters coming for all the 11 days, please do sadhana. Then at least the chanters 11 days will have opportunity to be a Ritvik if somebody drops out. Okay? Next.
If we cannot adhere to sadhana prescribed completely, should we opt out?
If you cannot do sadhana for all the 121 days and you know for sure that you cannot do 121 days sadhana as a Ritvik, yes, please drop out. Because there are other people that are really interested in doing sadhana and really committed for all the 11 days, and therefore we want to give those hearts an opportunity. So if you know you cannot adhere to sadhana, please drop out. As a Ritvik. Yes, Kanda. Yes, somebody asking question. Sairam, brother, somebody is talking on the phone without mute. Please mute.
Any specific sadhana for chanters? How to sign up as backup Ritvik?
Okay. Any special instruction for chanters and how to sign up as a backup Ritvik? First, question number 1. If you signed up as a chanter for all 11 days, you are already in the backup list. So only question is, if the leads will contact the chanters that signed up all the 11 days and ask them if they are doing sadhana or not. If they are doing sadhana and are committed to sadhana, we will make sure we will give them a slot, because looks like there are some Ritviks that are on the borderline here based on the question. Yeah. Okay. Anybody? Any other question? Okay. So other thing about, yes.
Ladies can chant.
Oh yeah, ladies' questions were always asked. I think we covered them in the FAQs quite clearly. Can ladies do sadhana during the time of their monthly cycle? The answer to that is really use your conscience. There is no prescription. I will tell what my opinion is, but my opinion is not imposed on anyone. My opinion is to do God's prayers. It doesn't matter what is the state of your body, mind and where you are. Sada sarvatra harinama chintanam. Sada sarvatra bhagavat chintanam. Wherever you are, whatever state you are, you can do God's prayers. Because for these prayers that we are doing, the chanting, we are not doing any ritual. We are only chanting, we are praying. You can pray anytime. There is no requirement for you to be in particular, oh, if I have impure body, can I pray? No, there is nothing called impurity of the body when the ladies go through a cycle. It's part of Mother Nature. So it is part of Mother Nature's blessing for all of us that they go through that. So there is no taboo. But however, if your family tradition and if your family culture requires you to, and you have been following certain practices as a part of a family tradition. We know in India, people do that they wouldn't even enter the house, they follow certain protocols. If you have that kind of a cultural, protocol, don't change that and do follow whatever your tradition is. Okay, that's the guidance on that. And can the Ritviks, then there are some ladies, are Ritviks, right? And if they know that their menstrual cycle comes during that homam time, what do they do if they are a Ritvik? Well, we ask them not to be a Ritvik if they know that it is during that time, number 1. Number 2, if they are not willing to adjust it. If they are willing to adjust it, that 11, 12 days, great. If they don't want to adjust it, again, no imposition, because people may have some general health issues why they don't want to do it. They don't want to take drugs. So that's fine. Just let us know. We will find somebody else to be a Ritvik. And
can we still sign up as a chanter? First question.
yes, Kusuma, tell me about. Yes, Kusma, tell me. Who? I'm sorry? I, I, I can't follow your question, Kusma. Can you please type it out on the chat, or can you let us know what? Can you let me know what you're asking? I didn't understand. No, go ahead. Tell me, what is the question? All the Ritwik's spouses are already on the backup list. Let me tell you that. Because they're doing sadhana. They're coming for all 11 days. The point of having a Ritvik spouse is, again, we want to maximize inclusion of people, right? So it's like democracy, equal opportunity employment. So we want to give equal opportunity to every Ritvik. And I will tell you, if you are already doing sadhana, you are a spouse of a Ritvik that is already doing homam, the benefit you will get, like my wife I know will get 300% of the benefit, because she is anyway getting 100% of what I am doing, because that's what she gets for me being her husband according to Sanatana Dharma. Number two, because she sacrificed her slot for the sake of somebody else, there is 200% more benefit, because yajna is sacrifice. So let me tell you, the registered spouses like Kusuma, yourself, and Anita, and I know there are a few spouses like Vijaya Krishnan, there are so many registered spouses, 17 or 19 of them. All of you are going to get 300% more grace. If you want to get only 100%, be a Ritvik. If you want to get 300%, be a registered spouse of a Ritvik. Kusma, did I answer your question?
Okay, next question.
Next question. Okay.
Can we still sign up as a chanter?
Yeah.
And the other question is, one of my friends has recently come to know about this and would like to be a Ritvik. Can he still do that as a backup Ritvik, please?
Yeah. So if there are people that you know are want to do the sadhana and committed to be a chanter, yes, we are not going to exclude anybody. Ask them to, send an email to Pavan Jalla with all the information, and he will take that information from you. The chances of being a Ritvik, even if you are committed, is going to be difficult because it's already filled. And from after December 31st, the window of opportunity is less, because there are people committed to sadhana. So that's the reason why I'm urging all the Ritviks, if you know that you cannot commit to 11 days or 12 days sadhana, etc., it is better let us know before December 31st. Okay? Sairam. Next question. Oh, yes, anybody can be a chanter.
Devotee registration only.
And there is a devotee registration enabled on the website. I request you all, at least once in a couple of weeks, check the website, because it is getting updated, more information is getting posted all the time. There is a devotee registration, and there is also volunteer registration enabled. And this website has a lot of information. There is information about accommodations. Okay. The other commonly asked question about this yajna is there a fee to be a Ritvik? Is there a fee for attending the yajna? Let me tell you, there is no fee to be a Ritvik. There is no fee to come and attend the yajna. Absolutely not. Then the other question that's being asked is, there is a lot of money, sponsorships and all this stuff. Why are we collecting money? That's the other question, right? Let me be very clear about that. Nobody is collecting money for this event for institutional gains or for individual gains. All the money that is being collected for sponsorship is really about basically buying the material for Annadanam. We are expecting to deliver free food, breakfast, lunch and dinner for close to 800 to 1,000 people a day. That's how much the resources are going into. Amma has shipped already, the shipment has left India. All the agricultural items required, the samhitas, all the ghee and all this stuff is coming from India because we wanted to have purity of material. There is a lot of, effort, both in human resources and kind going into that. And this all can be taken care by God with just a snap of or a wink of their eye. Let us be very clear about why the opportunity is given to us to share the grace that is given to everybody. That is the intent of it. There is no imposition. Nobody is asked or solicited for paying any money. It's completely voluntary. But one has to think about what is it that I am doing for going to this event? How can I receive more grace? That's all it is. Jai Sai Ram. Okay, next question.
Can we do group chanting frequently so we are more in tune?
Yes. Yes, Amma, go ahead. Vushad. Chalango, yeah. Okay, sorry Usha, by mistake I disconnected my phone. I'll repeat, I think I heard what you are saying. I think you and your husband are both coming, and that one of you will be the Ritviks, right? So if your husband wants to be Ritvik, it's up to you. He can be the Ritvik. Because we prefer, if a husband and wife is coming, I will explain a little more dharmic intricacy here, so that we are all clear about it. Unless the husband has some kind of a problem not to be able to sit at the Homakunda and do the Homam, okay? It is preferred that if the husband is able to chant the mantras and can do the Homam, it is preferred that the husband is given that spot, and the reason for that is simple. As I said, according to Sanatana Dharma, when the husband does the puja or the prayers, 50% automatically goes to the wife. But if the wife does the puja, according to Sanatana Dharma, 0% goes back to the husband. So, whoever is the husband that doesn't want to be the Homakarta coming for all 11 days, think about it. Okay? And now people are asking, my wife and husband are both coming, how can we both sit at the Homakunda? And we are doing our best to accommodate that. Okay, we want to accommodate both husband and wife to be able to sit at the Homakunda. There are some logistics issues, and the hospitality team, and we're trying to figure out the Homakunda's layout, and there will be volunteers that would need to supply the material, and they have to run around. If there are a lot of people sitting around the Homakundas, it will get crowded, and so we are trying to figure out all the logistics, but we will do our best. If your husband is our wife is a registered spouse, we will try to put them together for, this thing. At the least, the registered spouse can help with volunteering the material, the ghee and the other material required for the Homakundas. And that would be a big help. We can assign them. So they're part of, not only being part of the Homa, but they're doing service around the Homakunda. They will get another 50% more grace. This is all about equation of grace. Okay, next.
Group sadhana.
Group sadhana. Can we do group sadhana? Yes. Answer is yes. The local leads, we have requested the local leads to contact each one of them. And there are, of course, with one group, what's happening in the middle of United States of America, have 5 people coming from 5 different states. One from Michigan, two from Texas, one from Arizona, and one. No, the Missouri, nobody is coming. Nobody from Missouri. Missouri is part-time devotion. I mean, only they're coming for a few days. So Missouri, nobody is coming, but there was one person that signed up that dropped off because they couldn't do sadhana. So 3 different states, it will be impossible for these 4 people to come together on a regular basis and do group chanting. Here is what I would encourage is you can come together on a phone line and do the prayers together once in a couple of weeks. But here locally in Bay Area, we will do our best to bring people together on a regular basis and do sadhana. It's very important for us to do that, okay? And to begin with, for example, January 1st, we have prayers. We're starting with prayers in Sacramento. We're starting with prayers in Darbar for chanting, etc. Yes, somebody has a question? Any other questions? Any questions from the floor?
Restriction on tea and coffee.
Any restriction on tea and coffee? Please don't put any restriction on that. If you do that, I will drop out. If you really are inclined that you don't want to touch any intoxicating substances, including caffeine and theophylline, you're most welcome to do that, but some of us require that. Okay. Yes, somebody has a question?
If a Ritvik stays in ashram, where do their families stay?
Okay. Yes. So Swati from Massachusetts is asking if you know who are your local Ritviks coming together. Yes, the leads are responsible for that. Anyway, the leads are contacting. I request the leads to inform all your other group saying that these are the people on our list, and if they want to have an opportunity to host chanting at their home, etc., please try to do that so that they get an opportunity to participate more collectively, okay? So the leads will do that, Swati. Thank you for asking about that. Now, most important...
Ritvik stays in the ashram.
Yes. The next question is about accommodation. It's a very important thing about accommodation. I think people don't know how to mute their phones or how to click the mute button on their computers. So please mute your phones or computers if you are not asking a question. The next question is about accommodation. As we informed in the FAQs, the hospitality team, but first and foremost, Amma has requested that all Ritviks and priests should be on the campus. And that is also Dikshit ji reinforced that. Why they are asking to do that is that there wouldn't be any distractions of the travel. If there are local people from Atlanta, they are traveling up and down. There's a lot of traffic in Atlanta. This place is 45 minutes to 1 hour from downtown. And it's a lot of commotion. You don't show up at 6:30, 7 o'clock as a Ritvik, then it is going to be a problem because we don't have the count. So all the Ritviks are required to stay on the campus. What we are trying to do is to accommodate the extended families in nearby motels. You will have an option to choose a nearby motel for them to stay, and we will organize shuttles. So we are figuring that all out. Raghuram is working very hardly or very hard on that. And he will send the web link so you have more transparency and clarity about accommodation. Okay? Yes, we will do the best not to separate your families and the agony of being away. For some people it may be a blessing, for some people it may be a agony. But either way, we will try to do either curb agony or not cause agony. Yes, next one.
Can we do group chanting via audio conference?
Can we do group chant? Yes. Yes. Branimir from Croatia. Yes, brother. Yes. So Branimir is asking a lot of Eastern European devotees, they don't know Durga Suktam and Samputara Sri Suktam. Yeah, and can we actually, just do Gayatri for sadhana, etc. So, brother, that's the reason why we put, I don't know if you missed what I put there, under learning links on the website, there, and you can, what I encourage you all to do is, even if you can't chant, just play the MP3 file and listen to it and follow the script, okay? That way you are listening to the mantras, and these mantras are very powerful. Samputita Sri Suktam is very powerful mantra. Yes. 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 Right. Yes. Okay, very good question. So, Brother Branimir is asking, is everybody required to learn Sri Rudram by heart if you are a Ritvik? And the answer to that question is, again, as I said, required is a very tricky word. It would be absolutely important that you learn Sri Rudram by heart, because when you are a Ritvik and you're doing the homam, you wouldn't have the opportunity to focus on putting stuff in the file and at the same time able to look at a book, okay? Because I would encourage all the Ritviks to know Sri Rudram by heart. And I know for our Eastern European devotees, some of them Chamakam, etc., they just finished learning Chamakam, and so they are still not sunk in the Chamakam. Not only the Eastern European devotees, I know a lot of devotees do not actually know Chamakam by heart. So, and my urge, my request is, the good thing about learning it by heart is you have 121 days to do that. 121 days. You can do it. Okay? Sorry, Ram. Any other question?
Sitting in front of Homa for 4 to 6 hours for 11 days, are there any yoga practices prescribed?
KK, 1 minute, KK. Just somebody is asking a question.
Sitting in front of Homa for 4 to 6 hours a day for 11 days, are there any yoga practices?
Oh, I just want to be very clear. Now you are touching, pushing the buttons of a big. You are not going to sit in front of Homa for 4 to 6 hours as Ritviks. Let me be very clear about that. It will be maybe maximum an hour, because the way the procedure works is, in the morning, as in the daily brochure, if you look at the daily brochure, the schedule, please look at the schedule of the daily brochure. Homam is only one round of Rudram. All the 11 cycles of Ekadash Rudra Parayanam, it is Parayanam, where all the chanters, all the spouses, everybody can join. So you will be separated from your dearest spouse only for an hour, hour and a half maximum. So don't worry about sitting in front of Homam for 4.5 hours. We are not going to do 11 Rudra Ahutis in front of Homa. That's not what this Atirudram is about. Atirudra Mahayajna is fundamentally Japa, Homa, Archana. 3 different things. Japa is basically what we do as Parayanam, everybody together. Then there is Homa. The Homa is 1/10 the count of what you do as Japa. Okay? So if you're doing what we're doing, that 169 Ahutis times 121 plus 11 priests is the number of Ahutis you're offering. So if you do the math, 1/10 is offered as Homa, and the Archana will be done also along with the Homa. So if you are inclined to learn Surya Namaskarams and other yogasanas, Yes, what is the BB sales at, what is, no, Bhupender is locally, if you are already inclined to do that, please go ahead do that, but there is no requirement for you to learn yoga and all that stuff. The most important thing is stay away from roga. Okay, KK has a question. KK, please go ahead, KK. Sai Ram. Can you pull up? Yes. Ask me a question on the learning links. Go to 11th Anuvakam Namakam PDF. Okay, Brother KK is asking, in 11th Anuvaka, Pradhana Shlokam, there is two different pathas. So let's be clear about what these last slokas is talked about is Trayambakam Vijamahe Surindam Pushtivatram. Those are Pradhana Shlokas. They are not part of the Vedic text. They are Pradhana Shlokas. They are not part of the original Sri Rudram. Similarly, Namaste Astu Bhagavan Vishweshwaraya Mahadevaya, that particular is a Pradhana Shlokam and it is not part of the Vedic text. So that's why when we do the Ahutis, that there is no Swahakara mantra for Trayambakam Vijamahe and also for Namaste Astu Bhagavan Vishweshwaraya. But KK's question is, if you go down to the last part of the Trayambakam Vijamahe, the Pradhana Shlokas, maybe that's the next one, right? Not 11th Anuvakam. There are two ways to chanting it. Yo Rudro Agnamvyo Apsuyavo Shadhishu Yo Rudro Vishwa Bhavana Vivesha Tasmai Rudra Janamo Astu. Some people start with Tamushtihi Yashvishasudhan Vajo Vishwasyakshaiti Veshajasya. Then they chant the Ete Sahasramayutam Pasham Chomachaya Khantave. That is the way it is chanted. Then the question is asking is some people chant like this, some people chant like that. Let us all try to do it one way. My recommendation is be familiar with both the versions and whatever the priests do at the Tirudra Mahayajnam is what we will follow. Okay, be familiar with both the versions. Be familiar with both the versions and whatever Dikshit ji decides is the version, we'll follow that version. Thank you KK for asking. Very important questions. They've been hanging on in a lot of people's minds about that. Okay, that's it. Okay. Any other questions? Yes, Shankar.
Is there travel like for Bay Area? Will there be any group travel arrangement?
Yes. Yeah. The other question that Shankar is asking here is there a plan to have group travel with all the Ritviks? I think this is a question to the leads. The leads will, need to work with the Ritviks and chanters and figure out if there are people coming and going together. It will be something to be explored by leads. And we have what we have about accommodation. About the travel. You see the discounted airfares. There is a tab under the website. And the leads can take a look at the discounted webfares tab. Delta Airlines has given a code for group fare, and if 10 or more people travel together, we may get a special fare for that. Yes, go ahead. Somebody said. Yeah, question is about the attire for this is an important question that keeps coming back. How do we plan for the attire? All the Ritviks and their registered spouses will get 2 pairs of Diksha Vastrams from Amma on April 30th. So she will give Diksha and give, couple of saris for ladies and couple of dhoti Angavastram for the gents. So the purpose of two is, if you wear one on one day, the next you can wash that the next day and wear the other one, so that people don't want to wear the same. That is in the morning. So we request all the Ritviks to come and the registered spouses to come together in those colors and in those specific clothes. Okay, and in the evening it's about a little bit of free format, but no shorts, no tank tops, no other. You have to come in modest clothing. And you can wear whatever you are comfortable with. I don't think there is a requirement for the Ritviks to be in the same dress all day. Okay, that's the important thing. Yes.
Some of them may not have worn a dhoti before. Some of them may not have worn a dhoti before.
Oh.
In Krish.
Yes, so. Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much. We are almost done here, Kana. So we'll Arun is videotaping the whole thing, and we will send a link of the video to those that have missed, so you can all watch it together along with your team.
Now I was saying that some of them may not have worn a dhoti before or a sari before. East Europeans.
Yes, brother, there is Arunam and Mahanyasa Parayanam, daily brochure. If you, daily brochure, in the daily brochure you see there is Arunam and Mahanyas Parayanam. Every day morning the priests will be doing Arunam and Mahanyas Parayanam. If you know how to do those Mahanyasam and Arunam, you are most welcome to join them and also chant Arunam and Mahanyas. We know that there are some Ritviks that know Arunam and Mahanyas Parayanam. They are welcome to join that, but there is no, it's not obligatory for the Ritviks to learn Arunam and Mahanyas Parayanam. That includes myself. Aruna Prashna, yeah, Aruna Prashna. Yes, sir. Oh, so I think sister is talking about the brochure. If you go to, let's see. Let me pull up the brochure so that people are looking at the daily program. 1 second. Brochure here. Okay, this is the brochure, and if you scroll down to the next page. Yeah, there you go. So here you see 6 a.m. the program starts. Aruna Prashna, Mahanyas Parayana, then they're going to do all the different things. On the first day, the April 30th, there will be actually the installation of the lingam. And they do the Prana Pratishtha for the lingam. And after the Prana Pratishtha is over, then that April 30th there is no chanting, basically no Rudram and everything. Next day is when we start 6 a.m. with Aruna Parayana, Mahanyas Parayana, etc. Somebody was asking about the last day. There is Uttaranga Godanam, Dashadanam. These are different danas that are done after the Yajna is over by Amma to different priests and other protocol needs to be followed. It's the Shanti. That is all the protocol will be taken care by the priests. There is no requirement for Ritviks to know any of that stuff. We just participate in it and they'll do the whole thing, right? There is no, your own Ritvik's obligation is to be present on the 11 days without much distraction of travel, work and other things, and make sure that we are there for the homam, that we're there for the Parayanam of the Rudram. And in the evening for the puja, when they do the Kramarchana, they do all those things, so you have to be part of that. Hope that answers the question. Any other questions? Arun was saying, what if I don't know how to tie my dhoti? good luck. We're not going to give ready-made dhotis, which they started doing in India now, okay? Please learn how to wear a, like panchakattu, or you can come if you're comfortable with just a veshti kind of a format, it's up to you. There is no specific way you have to this thing, just be comfortable and confident. Yes, yes, Amma Mani. Yes, Mani, go ahead. Oh, okay. So you are breaking up Mani every other word.
Asking about combining.
Yeah. If you. Okay. Okay. She typed in the
Question
question.
is,
Yeah.
is there a single recording of entire Rudram
Yeah.
and Chamakam?
Yes. So sister is asking, is there a single straight recording of Rudram, Namakam and Chamakam? What we put on the links right now are learning modules. So that's a good request. That's a very important thing that she is bringing up also. When we are doing the Parayanam, I know for Bay Area devotees it won't be an issue because we chant like Rajdhani Express speed. But for other people it may not be that comfortable chanting at that speed. So the average time span of chanting each cycle of Namakam. Excuse me, Sairam, can you please mute, sir? Somebody is without muting. Sairam, thank you. So the we will try to post the recording, the speed at which it is chanted, so you are also familiar with it. So we have to work on that. So when I say we, it's mostly Raghu. That's what. Okay. That's it? Okay. So it's, yes, OS.
Can we do our daily prayers while doing our chores?
Can I do my daily prayers, Amma?
While doing our chores.
Oh, yeah.
Running.
Okay. It's a very important question. Maybe he already is reading my mind. The question that somebody is asking. Hello, Sairam, can you please mute Amma? Can you? I don't know how many times I have to say it on the phone. Please, if people are on their phones not muted and you are talking, everybody can hear you, including you shouting at your husband. So the question is about then what happens is if somebody has a question, then they won't be able to ask. So they have to only post it on the chat. Yeah, you can mute yourself, otherwise we will mute you, and that's not a good thing. I don't want to do that because it's not polite, but if that's the only way people feel comfortable, we can do that. But we are pretty much done. Another 5 minutes, we'll wrap up. The question is from OS is asking, 1 second, Kana. I'm asking a question, answering a question. I'll come to you, Srinivas, in a second. So question is, hey, Bhamadi Pati. Srinivas, there is an FAQ document already on the website, and it was sent to all the Ritviks, and it's also posted on the website. Some of these questions will be impossible to write every single question, but most of the questions that people are asking, the answers are on FAQ document on the website, and that document will become live, and we will update that document with some of the additional questions. So question from OS from Floor is, can I do my daily chores while as I am doing my daily prayers? Like means what? I am doing my work and then also chanting Rudra. Okay? That is allowed only for Srinivas, nobody else. No, just kidding. Nobody should be really doing that. Let's put our heart and soul into prayer. The reason... Okay, we know that. I can. He's saying he's attending the meeting similarly. So it's obvious from the question that he asked. The point is, please, the point of prayers is to purify our body, mind and spirit. Take 2 hours off, 10% of time, focus on the prayers. Don't try. Yes, and the fact that you are not at Sanatana Dharma Kendra, just being 10 miles, not even 10 miles, 5 miles away, is okay, no problem. Let's move on. I don't want to distract you.
Spiritual silence.
Yes, the last part is about spiritual silence. It's a very good note to end the meeting. Please explain spiritual silence. Somebody asked the question. Okay. Spiritual silence is really needing to talk rather than, right? Talk when needed. The need to talk versus talk when needed. Spiritual silence is talk when needed, otherwise it is the need to talk. Somebody wants to talk all the time. So the ability to understand, am I required to talk at this point? So that doesn't mean don't ask any questions. Practicing that mauna and practicing the meditation enhances our being, enhances our consciousness. So that's why meditation and silence are very important in daily sadhana. That's the intent of spiritual silence. Okay? Do you plan to have regular conference calls to share updates? This will be really up to the leads. The leads have to bring the people in their groups up to speed and updates. I don't think we will have the opportunity to have a FAQ session like this, because from January 1st onwards, we want to go into the mode of sadhana, into the mode of intensity of the sadhana. So please work with your leads. If you have any questions, please contact them or contact one of us. We're always there to help move this forward collectively. Yes, Chandan?
Booking airline tickets, is there a date before or after which?
Yeah, so about the tickets, when we should arrive there, etc.
Booking the tickets, I understand when we should book.
Yeah, booking the tickets is really up to you. Look at the
Code you said, is it already available?
yes, code is already available and enabled. Yes. Yes. Anybody else? Any other questions? Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for being a role model for us. Yes. Okay. So I want to close this with yes, Amma. Yeah. Yeah, I think brother is asking, KK is asking, people are putting their gums at some points and the synchrony of chanting. Let me tell you, when 121 people and more are chanting, you have no option to go with the flow. You will be part of the flow. And the speed at which it will be chanted ensures that you won't be missed out. But it is important to pay attention to the group synchronization of chanting. There is a tendency for some people to start before others start or end after others end. So you have to pay attention. It's an awareness of chanting. You have to have the awareness of two things: the scale in which everybody is chanting the speed and the meter with which everybody is chanting. So the scale and the meter are very important, and everybody is requested to pay. And again, if you come together as groups, at least for those that have the opportunity to do that, for the last 1 year, many of us have been doing that. So I think if we can get 100 out of the 121 in complete sync, it would work very well. Maybe there will be some outliers which we can have. Okay. Okay, Sairam. I think if there are no more questions, we're going to close half an hour early. Yes, yes, Krishnamurti garu, yes. Yes. So it's an important point. Mama is bringing up Amma's schedule. So we'll just pull up Amma's schedule for the 2014 schedule. Karunamai.org. If you go there, and if you, those of you are seeing my screen, and if you go to 2014, go down on the latest news, 2014 tours, yes, you pulled it. And that 2014 tour, no, not that one, Nana. Go to the 2014 North America tour. In that, you will see the very first thing you will see is the Rudra. Next, if you see, go down. Here is Amma's schedule. Amma is going to be in many cities where she'll be doing homam, and highly likely that this year she will do Rudra homam, most of the places. So look at this schedule, and in Dallas, Texas, there is also a Sahasra Linga Puja on April 17th to April 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th. Amma is in Dallas. And there is also a Sahasralinga Puja, so you can attend that, is what is being brought up on the call. But my request is, wherever you are locally, and if you are a Ritvik and you know Amma is coming to nearby, please put an opportunity to go visit with her, and please receive the blessings and participate. And for example, here in Bay Area, Amma will be on the all the way from 26th to that weekend over March 1st and 2nd. So we will be doing Maharudra Homam. Amma will be doing Maharudra Homam. Every city she has a program. So please look at, take the opportunity to be at Amma's programs. That is another request. Okay? Yes. Yeah, and I think wonderful, excellent. So there is a special Abhishekam planned in Dallas, Texas. So those of you who have the right. Thank you, Uncle. Thank you for informing us about that. Okay, let us close with Sadhana Bhavatu and then Samasta Loka Sukha. Om Sadhana Bhavatu Sadhanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamas Jai Sai Ram, Jai Karnal.